first.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Looking at me good. Hi there. Hi there. What's going on now? Get chat up. Get chat up. Let me get chat up. Let me check the audio as well. Check the audio, see if you guys can hear me all good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gonna play some more of the Spectre Divide. And then get on some Arena Breakout if you can as well. How's it hanging anyway, though, boys and girls? How's it hanging? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. 2 seconds. Alright, let's get it, man. Let's freaking get it. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Alright. Shall we get straight into it then, shall we? Considering it's nearly 8 o'clock. We'll play a bit of Spectre Divide and then I think we're going to jump on some ABI if we get chance. But I wanted to check out a video or two before we do that, okay? Okay? I am...
Yo, another video where we're going to just yap.
Okay. I checked this video out from M-Dashed. Title got me. So let's check it out. Let me just double check if we've got our encoding options. We have. Let's get chat up so I can see what's crack-a-lacking as well. Iron. Everything okay? Feel good? We're good to go? Alright, let's do this then. Zenly Zone Zero has a massive botting problem, does it? I know it's had an insane opening month, but let's see what MTash has got to say about this. Let's drop him a like, preemptive like. Check it out.
Gamers, what is going on? There is something crazy going on in the Zenless Zone Zero community right now.
Well, oh, not just Zenless. When is there not something crazy going on in the gacha space, really? You know, it's in between updates. There's always a bit of something going on, isn't there?
And I understand they just made like $100 million. That's awesome.
Ridiculous.
Good for them.
Ridiculous.
But will it continue if this is going on?
I don't think it's going to continue anyway. I genuinely don't think that Zenless is going to be dropping 100 mil on a regular basis. I don't know, maybe we might see numbers like that again, and maybe even higher, potentially. I don't know. I just think it launched at the perfect time with, well, it was designed that way in regards to Genshin and Star Rail. I think it's still going to do insanely well. It's still going to sit in the top 10 consistently and probably stay in the top 10 for quite a bit of time. They'll probably drop out and in when other games are popping big updates and such. But yeah, I think it's going to do fine. But 100 million is a lot to continue to keep doing, in my opinion. But hey, you know, they might continue just going up and we might see some insane numbers in the future. But I've got a feeling like that's probably potentially the peak for it. But, you know, I might be wrong.
Okay? We're talking about a massive viewer botting situation that is drastically inflating the viewers on Twitch, and Zenless Zone Zero themselves.
I didn't notice that it had a decent amount of viewers on Twitch the other day when I checked, but I've seen it like really drop off as well. So there might be something behind this. I don't know what. Let's see what he's got to say. But I just think the game's kind of boring to watch. I really do. It's fun to play, but I just think I just find it boring to watch. But that's just me.
Hoyoverse themselves doing something that honestly I think is kind of scummy. Now, I want to show you this right now because if we look at Zenless Zone Zero today, it's got 26,000 viewers.
Okay.
There's people like Tectone on, there's Enviosity, and then there's other.
That is a thing that pumps up these. Gacha's the same in general, is it? Because it is quite niche from a viewer point in the West, anyway. The genre's not niche. It makes insane amounts of money. But in terms of people watching on Twitch, it's one of the smaller genres for the most part. Obviously, when there's big updates on things like Star Rail and Genshin, and even sometimes one of them waves, you know, it can jump up from anywhere from 20,000 to, I've seen it at 60, 70 plus thousand, depending on who's streaming. If you've got people like Asmongold playing, then, you know, you could be talking 30k just from one stream. But, you know, when people like Tectone and Enviosity jump on, a game can go from 2k people watching into 15 plus thousand right away, really.
Other streamers that are actual legitimate content creators that are streaming, okay? There's some people with 338 viewers, 289. Like, these are people that are actual content creators that are.
That's when you really know a game's healthy as well, though. When it's not just a couple of big streamers that are like, you know, the majority of the view base. And you see a lot of those streamers where you've got a lot of people with just like between 40 to 250, 300 viewers watching, but there's lots of them. You know that there's lots of people wanting to play the game, and there's lots of people as well wanting to watch a myriad of different content creators talking about the game, playing the game, whatever it might be.
They're trying to get their name out there, trying to cover the game and make content. However, last night, the directory had 45,000 viewers or 40,000 viewers.
Okay.
And here's the crazy thing. A lot of them were fake. They were all view bots. Now, Zenless Zone Zero themselves were streaming. They were doing essentially a view farm or a bot farm where they had animations running all day so people could get Twitch drops. So instead of allowing all the people streaming last night to get these viewers and have them in their community, potentially boosting up their viewership, they just streamed themselves and ran an animation the entire time and pilfered those viewers for themselves.
They're really pilfering those viewers, though. I guess if the other streamers' content was, you know, enough for people to want to watch, they'd be watching those streamers as well, wouldn't they? Surely. I kind of get what he's saying, but at the same time, would they be watching? Well, they probably would, because they'd be after the drops, wouldn't they? But at the end of the day, they're just going to come in and bounce anyway, I guess, because they're specifically there just for the drops. And I guess at least those people are like, you know what, I'll just put this on in the background. I ain't even going to pretend I'm watching a streamer or I care then, I guess.
Which is very weird because no game
I've
ever
odd.
seen does that.
I don't know if they have, but I've never seen a developer do that. I've saw them when the drops start or an update out to stream for a couple of hours, and they have drops on their channel as well, and they have sometimes unique drops that you can only get from them. But just to stream for, I don't know how long this stream was, with just animations looping is kind of odd. I don't know if I'd go as far as to say it's scummy, but it's just a bit weird, really. I don't think it necessarily advertises the game in a great way, because you're not actually watching the game. People are there just for the drops, which is fine, I guess, but I don't see how it's really benefiting Zenless Zone Zero, really.
This ever. And they also did this on the launch of the game. They ran essentially a view farm to push this game up in the directories against other.
Okay, then it makes sense in that way, I guess, because people are going to see it high in the directory, and then they're going to filter through to other channels potentially as well. It's going to get, okay, it makes sense now. It's getting the game out there. It all makes sense now.
Other games. However, there were some legitimate people streaming, like this guy, ZZZ Drop, that had 350 viewers and 4 followers. And these are absolutely legitimate views, right, guys? And there was also Last Stand 9, who had 350 viewers and no following whatsoever, and there was no footage. But there was also Not Me Name and ZZZ_live_3 that also had 350 viewers. Odd. Very odd.
At the end of the day, though, this is incumbent on Twitch to fix this sort of stuff. Twitch just don't care about botting going on, do they? I've heard so many people talk about that they know other streamers started off botting and that's how they got to where they were initially. Obviously, to continue being successful, you need to be entertaining. Of course you do, to keep like thousands of people watching or even hundreds of people watching, which I've never been able to do myself. But I've heard that like lots of people actually start off streaming like that, but they do bot. I don't know how prevalent that is, or if this is just a bunch of people talking shit, but I've heard some big names actually say this about quite a few other streamers, never naming names, of course. But it's incumbent on Twitch to fix this. Like, as small streamers, anybody who ever watches this, tell me you haven't seen this, or somebody watching small streamers, me, other people. If you've got, like, I don't know what it goes up to, like, less than, like, 40 people watching from what I've noticed, every stream you will have at least one, if not half a dozen bots coming in, advertising viewers to buy viewers. Now, I don't even know if these are even legit view bots, or they're just trying to fish people to steal their information. It could be either, but they just don't care about it. So, you know, at the end of the day, I guess you can't really hate the player because the game don't give a fuck.
Odd. Now, there were some other people too with 350 viewers. We're talking a bunch of people. This is absolutely bizarre.
Okay, that's like obviously something there that, because like, what was the other one? ZZ_live_1, was he? And you got ZZ_live_2. He hasn't even got a profile picture.
This is so bizarre, it's not even funny. The entire directory was full of bots, of view farm bots, pushing it up in the directory and giving it way more viewers than is natural. Now, there may still be some down below here, but you have to understand that we now have half the viewership of before. And there's someone like Tectone who's propping it up with 4.9 thousand. It looks like Envy just swapped over to Honkai Star Rail, so he's gone. But there was another 2,000 there before. But a lot of these creators that are legitimate creators are barely getting 350 viewers. But there was a bunch of people with 2 followers, 3 followers on last night that had 300 followers or 300 viewers, 350. And they're all...
Do you reckon that is coming from Huyo? You know, I wouldn't put it past any developer to try some stuff like that. But it is a bit odd, isn't it, that, though? I must admit, it's kind of sus. You know, it's one thing when you see somebody who is like a streamer, and there might be a small streamer, and they might only have a few followers, and you know they're up to something, you know? There's hundreds of people watching, there's nobody talking, there's nobody following, the viewer list looks hella fucking sus. But having multiple channels like that literally look like they are just bot channels is kind of suspect.
Fake. That is so bizarre to me. But the other thing is, the legitimate streamers like Sweetly, 1.2 thousand viewers, doing good. That's a great look at stream. Well, they were competing with Zenless Zone Zero Taiwan or China or whatever there was. There was a Zenless Zone Zero Japan stream with 2, 3, 4,000 viewers.
And these are official. That is weird for them to do that, though, isn't it? I get it. It would push them up in the direction, but it is super weird. I'm starting to lean into this is a little bit scummy now because it's super odd. And I would say, like, oh, it's good, though, because, you know, some of those viewers might, like, trickle down into the streams, and that might happen. But, of course, the more populated a category gets, it's harder to get yourself up there, isn't it? Of course, you want to be in a category that's got a decent amount of followers and you know, enough people interested wanting to watch. If you're looking to grow, that is, anyway. You know, you don't want to be in a dead category, but at the same time, if you're competing with all that, like, you know, you're fighting an uphill battle, I guess. Really, it does suck for the content creators. Yeah, it's really weird, that is.
There was multiple
does sound super suspect as well.
Official channels live all at the same time, botting views or you know, getting these views for drops.
Why wouldn't they just have somebody who works for them playing the game? You know what I mean?
That is so stupid. That is sickening. Why would you ever do that to your directory? It doesn't make any sense. They're essentially cannibalizing or like stealing those viewers from the creators that are trying.
The question is, though, how many of those viewers were even legit, though? If you know, you got all these other channels as well streaming that look like they were bots themselves. What's to say that they're just not full of bots anyway? Not saying it's on Huyo, not saying it is, but it's kind of freaking weird. You know, just to get the game up in the category, looks like another W. It's another great thing to report. It gets the game out there, I guess, to more people who might not be interested, but like, damn, man. ZZZs, because I do think some people will take a look at a game. Well, I definitely do think they will. If there might be, I've heard of that game, don't know if I'm really bothered, you know, I don't know if it's my sort of thing. And then you see it's really doing well on Twitch, and you're like, oh, okay. Probably, if you know Twitch, you're going to be like, okay, a lot of that's going to be drops. But you might think, damn, man, there's a lot of people watching. Maybe the game is actually worth checking out. So I don't know if that sort of thing's in the mindset as well. It's got to be, hasn't it? If that's what they're doing, not accusing them of that. But it is kind of weird. It is really kind of weird.
Game legitimately and make entertaining content. What are they doing? Now, I don't even remember if I made a video on this on the launch, but they've done it again, and I'm guessing they're going to do it for other.
I didn't know they did it on the launch.
But they've never
interested, man. I'll be looking out for these things.
Are they so worried about Zenless Zone Zero that they're doing this and trying to boost up the viewership so it'll make?
Potentially, maybe. Again, like I said, I don't think ZZZ is that fun to watch, and I don't think there's that many people really wanting to watch ZZZ. I'm not saying people don't want to stream it. They do, because I think the game's fun, and if you're enjoying a game as a streamer, you're going to stream it, aren't you? You're going to have fun with it, but if there's not that many people watching as well, it might make you decide to be like, you know what, maybe I won't stream that today, I'll stream something else. But if you see that the category's popping as well, and you're a larger streamer, I'm talking, you know, anybody who's got a few hundred people plus every single day watching, you might think, well, you know what? I'm going to get a good day in today, man. Looks like the game's popping. People are interested, maybe. And then it creates that sort of, you know, media storm around the game, I guess.
Maybe get some eyes. Why are there so many other unknown, unnamed channels viewbotting in the directory for Twitch drops? If it's
that's weird.
Not Hoyo themselves. I literally think they're trying to prop up this game in the directory with cheating. With bots. This is super bizarre. It is not a good look in my.
Do they think it'll, well, obviously they're smarter people than me, but do they think it'll drive more purchases in the game potentially? You know, obviously if the game's not getting eyes on it, its potential for success is obviously going to be a little bit smaller. But the games, a lot of the games within the gacha space anyway, really people don't talk about them, stream them, or make videos on them in comparison to the amount of money they make. And I know probably on Chinese social media sites, they're doing a lot better. Maybe they're just trying to, you know, pimp it out to the West a little bit more, hoping that they're going to increase that revenue on the Western side of things. You know, maybe potentially they're looking at, well, I don't know, on the launch, it wouldn't make sense though, because they didn't know the revenue, but maybe they've looked at the revenue, their incoming revenue, and they're seeing how much it's skewed towards China, and they want this to be a bit more successful in the West. I don't know. At the end of the day, of course, they want their Chinese market. They want to please the Chinese market because that's who spends. But you don't want all your eggs in one basket, do you? Really, when you're making any sort of product, you want as many regions to be spending as much as possible. If everything's all in one region, especially with a country like China, when laws can change quickly. You know, there doesn't have to be a consensus among parties and political legislature has to be run through in the same way it does in more Western countries. Things can be enacted really quickly. Things can change. And sometimes it can be it's a really good place to do business, but it also can be a risky place to do business sometimes because you're relying on such a small group of people can change things rapidly and the rug can be pulled out from under your feet quite quickly. So maybe there's a little bit of a fear for that they don't want to have all of their eggs in one basket. I don't know. Again,
and
not saying that it's
make
Hoyo.
100 million this month. I don't know what they do. I have no idea. But this does not look very sustainable. If you're honestly a
Hold up. Let's how many people are in the category now? Let's have a look. So there's 11.4k people watching now. At first glance, it looks looks pretty healthy. You know, there's quite a few streams here with a freaking mouse. I need to switch over my mouse. My mouse wheel's gone. You know, a few hundred people. Let's go high to low. Okay, this is just a rerun. Okay, actually, there just seem to be quite a few channels that are just... Four followers. Interesting. Okay. There's only 17 people watching now, but still, the fact that there's so many profile lists, streams without profile pictures, kind of weird. 20 followers, 70 odd people watching. Interesting. Okay, so we're seeing it kind of on a smaller scale right now, actually, aren't we? Another one, 23 people watching. 14 followers. Okay, yeah, this is starting to look a bit more suspect, this is. So there's multiple streams going on right now, obviously on a lot smaller scale than what he's talking about here, that have got a few followers and have got anywhere between 20 to 70 people watching. No profile picture, just a few followers. Obviously new channels haven't even gone to the effort of putting profile pictures in. And not saying they are botting, not saying they're not even real people, but it's a bit weird. Bit weird.
smaller creator, and you're looking at the directory, and you're trying to make a name for yourself in a game, are you going to compete and even cover a game that is full of official channels and botted channels that are above you? Or are you just going to quit and cover a different game? Now, this game doesn't need creators to succeed, but what kind of wasteland game is it going to be when none of the creators are even playing the game?
I think the game will be fine even if there's not many creators playing the game, if I'm honest. I do. I think it will. You know, it's a Hoyo game, but it's really weird. And I think it could be in a point if it carries on the way it is, especially with stuff like this, that it could be kind of a wasteland in regards to content. You know, there'll be a few people who will probably do really well, or there might not be so many people actually making content for the game in general.
None of the main Hoyo people are touching this game. Why? Where are all the main people that have played Genshin and HSR? They've covered everything.
I think a reason for a lot of that, though, might be that the Hoyo audience is very, very loyal to Genshin and Star Rail. It just is. It just is, you know. And I'm not saying that they haven't tried out Zenly Zone Zero and they won't have fun with it, but I've just noticed that they are the people who are Genshin enjoyers from day one and Star Rail enjoyers from day one. They just really don't branch much outside those games within the gacha space. They'll try everything, but that'll be the ones that go to. And I think a lot of creators probably understand that when they do branch outside those two games, they just don't get a fraction. They get a fraction of what they usually get. Maybe
Why are they all of a
viewers.
sudden gone from ZZZ and haven't even logged into the game? Arguably, have maybe played 5 hours at best. Why is nobody touching this game long term? How long could this possibly last? Play the game. enjoy the game, have fun with the game. But I'm just saying, something is very, very fishy here.
It is a bit weird.
All right.
Must admit, it is a bit weird. Kind of sus. Even now, looking at the category, there's a lot less people watching. There's still a few suspect channels there that really don't look like real channels. I've got less than 10 followers, and I've got 30 people watching, 17 followers, and I've 70 odd people watching. It's weird, that is. It is really weird. Alright, let's watch this video though. Speaking of Hoyo. We did react to a Steorg video yesterday and uploaded it on the channel. Let's check this out in defense of Genshin Impact. Okay, interesting. Another Glazer.
Another video where we're going to just yap. And I actually want to make some time to talk about Genshin Impact, the state of the game, and a big problem that is...
I can't even comment on the actual state of the game right now because I haven't played in quite some time. Although I still know a lot of the quality of life issues that I really wanted to be fixed with the game just haven't. And it kind of sucks. I know some have, but just the little things, the traversal, the stamina, the dailies, I'd really like those all sorted. It just seems that Genshin are not really that interested in sorting those things out. I don't know why either, because they would be really quick fixes, easy to implement, and wouldn't affect their bottom line at all. But here we go.
Going on with the community currently, with criticizing the game, the way the game is treated. So to start off, we all know that Genshin is being criticized heavily. Like it's been years, especially the last year, the criticism for Genshin Impact, which is mostly, if not all,
Dude, why did this video just drop from 1080p to 360? What the actual hell? Come on, YouTube, fix up.
If you're new to the channel, I criticize this game a lot. I'm not out of the equation, but I do think that these days criticizing Genshin became kind of the trend to the point.
I said this the other day, actually. I think in general, Hoyo, I think criticizing Genshin and just criticizing Hoyo has kind of become the in thing. And a lot of people do rag on them, like, just a little bit too much sometimes, even when they try to do things. People just don't want to accept it, which is fair, but I definitely do think it's kind of become the in thing, the cool thing to do, you know, the trend. Let's just rag on Hoyo, let's just rag on Genshin. And not saying they don't have plenty of things to rag on, but I definitely agree with what he's saying there.
Point where some people became too toxic about it. The aggression and all of that for a gacha game isn't even worth it. Like, people are taking it too far. For example, I cannot play it every day anymore. Sometimes once a month, sometimes even less. Like,
and let's not pretend as well that a lot of people want to rag on the game as if that they've always felt like that, or the game's just... I see so many people saying, oh, the game's trash. I've been playing it since launch, since 2020. I stopped playing like so many months ago. And it's like, the game can't be that trash. You played it for like 3 years, you know? Over 3 years. All of a sudden, there's a few other gacha games out. Star Rail's out. Wuthering Waves has come out. And now all of a sudden, the game's just dog shit. I do think some people kind of just flip and follow people, which obviously they do. And again, the game has its issues. But yeah, I've noticed a lot of people doing that, actually. But then you have got the ultra defenders, like when in the... I think it might have been a Steorg video, actually, that we're talking about quality of life issues that really could improve the game. Just small little things layered up that could make a massive difference. And I had comments underneath just like, you know, the game's fine, the game's perfect, it's just haters, and it's, you know, this is why Hoyo's winning the gacha war in regards to other games and stuff. And it's just like, okay, I get it, you're a fan, but surely you want the game to be better at the same time as well. It's like the extremes on both sides.
I'm not interested in logging into this game every week even. Because people now who never shut the fuck up, because people who never, you know, played the game, or at least tried it for a bit, they only know the bad reputation about the game. They know that it's a very popular game, but people hate the game. And so since people...
Sometimes people like to be like that as well. You know, if it's popular, it's automatically bad. You know the type of people, when it comes to music. Oh, I knew that band before they got popular, and then as soon as something gets popular, it's like, yeah, I'm too cool for popular shit, man. I like the shit, you know, I like to get in there early before they become, you know, become mainstream. I'm not about that mainstream life. It's like, fuck off with that shit.
People missed the point and calling this game horrible. Let's actually go to the main point. Let's see why this game is getting criticized and what it deserves. And from the start, I want to say, and most people do know,
I think fair things to say, it's not that generous. It's not generous at all. Some of the rewards that Hoyo give in Genshin in terms of like, you know, little announcements like on Twitter and stuff, it's just like kind of downright disrespectful. It's like, oh sweet man, another 5 of those rewards and I might actually maybe able to pull one, you know, make one wish. Awesome, great. The stamina, traversal, trash, dailies, kind of just whack and just annoyingly long. I think obviously the banners in regards to the way some of the banners have been dealt with after the fact as well. But yeah, for me, it's just quality of life things really more than anything. It really is just quality of life things. Endgame as well. But majorly for me, it's little quality of life things like the dailies and traversal as well. I think just after playing Wuthering Waves, is a big factor of made me realise that needs to change. Even Terra Fantasy as well. Terra Fantasy got that one step further where climbing takes no stamina unless you jump, which I think things like that should be implemented into this game because it just makes, see that cliffside behind you, it just makes it a fucking pain in the arse.
This is a very, very good game. As much as I'm not enjoying it currently, the game is very good. If you are someone who never played Genshin Impact, new players are going to have a blast. The amount of content in this game that you've
got a good adventure ahead of you, haven't you?
Guarantee like 2 months of fun, at least 2 months, and then you can go.
I think a lot of the people who are ragging on the game as well have just been around for a long time, and it just inevitably happens with any player base. You just get tired of the game. It's not as special as it used to be. And all of the little annoying things just become more annoying and grate on you more and more and more to the point where you start to get frustrated. And that's why when it's like that with a game, just take a break. Just take a break. As soon as it starts to piss you off, take a break. But people have got that time cost, that actual cost sunk into the game that they can't do it, can they? That's where like the devil of gacha games can get you because you feel like you can't take time off and then you end up getting more frustrated with the game in the end, and you know that's what they want really at the end of the day. They don't care how frustrated you are as long as you're spending
for like 4 months. So if somebody asks me if do I play this game? I heard that it's bad. No, I will actually recommend this game. I was a big fan of this game, and it's very.
At the end of the day, in the gacha space, you can have arguments from different people when it comes to some other games, or smaller games, and that's fair. You know, there's valid reasons for why people have got their favorite game within the gacha space. But let's face it. If you're looking at some of the best gacha games out there, Genshin is up there, you know, if not the top game. You got Genshin, you've got Star Rail, in my opinion, you got Wuthering Waves, you know, you've got things like PGR, I guess, things like Nikkei, and there's probably a bunch of others that are on phone that are probably, I've never heard of, the people I'd swear by. You know, but I think when you're looking at the top tier gacha games, Genshin is up there. There's no doubt. I don't think it's even an argument to say that it's just not. It just is, you know what I mean?
Very fun. Like, I genuinely think that somebody who didn't play Genshin Impact is actually missing out on a very good product for like, you know, a couple months. You can have fun, but you know, the main point, the game is not actually bad. But what's the problem with the game? The problem is that it's a good game that has the potential to be one of the best games in the entire world. Okay, it's one of the most.
I wouldn't go that far. I'd say it's a very good game, and not just as in terms of a gacha game. Like for me, like Wuthering Waves is like that. Very good game. Star Rail the same as well. Hindered by the fact that they're gachas in regards to they're hindered, and it's also a benefit because you get addicted to that side of things. But I just don't think it could be one of the best games in the world in comparison to some of the top quality games that we've had and that are out there. But it's a great game. It is. I wouldn't go that far though.
It has the potential to be one of the best open world games. It's not even hard. You know, that's the problem. It's not that hard to make this game so much better. I won't go on a rant of what we need to add because I talked about this a lot. But the point is the things that I can add to the game aren't hard to implement. It's like they take like...
It's exactly what I said. They're just small quality of life things that are super easy to implement and just won't change the bottom line at all. They'll have no effect on the gacha system. They'll have no effect on revenue. In fact, I'd argue that they'd possibly even boost it because the people who have those frustrations, who are tending to log in less and less and less. And then once you start to do that with a gacha game, you care less about banners, you're less likely to spend, and inevitably you'll stop playing after a while. So I think if they could tweak that, I think they'd hold on to players and get players coming back and wanting to stay once they've come back as well.
4 years to add something very, very easy to be added. That's why I always say the criticism for this game is very deserved. Also, the community for this game, a lot of it is horrible. People are very toxic. People who either defend this game so badly that if you criticize it a little bit, they will go crazy, just like this comment section. I think this video is going to have 1,000 comments. You will see some people will call me a Hoyo shill and some people will call me a Hoyo hater in the same video. Yes, I disagree with a lot of things that this company does, but I like Honkai Star Rail. I like ZZZ. I also like Genshin Impact, but I have so many problems with it. That's it. People who have the energy to just hate on a game or shill for a game are just losers. I don't care about these people. All I want to do is give valid criticism. And I think that a lot of people are just hating on Genshin Impact for just hating, or people who are defending on
I agree with that. Facts. He's speaking facts.
Genshin Impact in things that it doesn't even deserve. The thing is, the game doesn't do things badly. No, the game actually doesn't do things. And so let me talk about the good things about the game. So first, I want to say the gameplay in this game, I played Wuthering Waves, guys. Wuthering Waves is my favorite gacha, and it has...
Agreed. And I think after playing Wuthering Waves, you look at some stuff in Genshin and you're like, it doesn't have the shine that it had. I think the combat system is good in Genshin. I think it's a lot of fun. I prefer Wuthering Waves. The problem with this is I've seen so many people that comment in my videos and other people's that when you say you prefer Wuthering Waves, it automatically means you hate Genshin, or you prefer Genshin and automatically means you hate Wuthering Waves. No, I just prefer Wuthering Waves combat system and overall as a game. But the combat system in this game is great. It's visually gorgeous. The music is spectacular. The voice acting is great. The story in parts is a lot of fun. You've got a really cool open world. You've got some cool boss fights. You've got cool elemental synergy with your teams. There's some level of skill expression in the game. Nowhere near what you've got in Wuthering Waves. You know, and it's got some really cool events, dope characters. The game has got a lot going for it. You know, there's a lot of positives to look at in this game, and many more that I haven't listed there. But, you know, that doesn't mean that you can't criticize the negatives about it as well. But there really is a lot of people who just want to hate on it for the sake of hating.
Has a better gameplay, but we still have to say the gameplay in this game is very, very good. The combination of the reactions is fascinating. I really like this gameplay. Of course, the problem that you cannot implement it, but let's focus on people who want to start the game, who didn't go far into the game. You will implement the reactions, you will try new things, you will learn a lot of things. There is a lot of depth in the gameplay of Genshin Impact. Now for the story, I don't like the storytelling, but I'm a big fan of the lore. For me, I
don't mind the story. As I said, I think the story is quite decent in parts. I think the problem with the story, in my opinion, what is the biggest factor that takes away is that Paimon becomes the vehicle of the story in regards to your character, and she fucking sucks. She wouldn't be half as bad if she was just kind of like this little sidekick that was around and, you know, butted a fucking annoying ass in every now and again. But she's you, really, isn't she, in the way the game's told. She really is, and I hate that about the game. And I think it takes so much away from the story. Don't get me wrong, the story has ebbs and flows, and in parts it's not as good as other parts. But I think in parts where it is decent, and in parts where it's not so decent, she takes away from that. I said this as soon as I started playing the game. I was like, Paimon detracts from the game, in my opinion, and the story altogether. She's so freaking annoying.
Prefer the Genshin Impact lore compared to any other lore in gacha games. Hold up, I think HSR gives a better story in terms of storytelling. It has the potential to be better than...
I think having your team, the way your team surrounds you in Genshin, and that being more of the conversational set piece, makes it so much better.
Genshin in terms of lore, but it still needs to keep going. The books that you can find, how you can go deeper into it, how dark the lore can be, Genshin Impact does a great job at this. The loopholes are kind of minimal in terms of lore. Again, like the storytelling is horrible in this game. Some of it is good, but of course a lot of it is bad, but I'm talking about lore. I'm talking about only story, the content that you can get, because if they remove Paimon, you will probably enjoy it even more. If you're a lore enjoyer,
I think most people feel the same way about Paimon. Don't get me wrong, I've had other people in my chat sometimes. I like Paimon, you know, Paimon gets too much hate. But she's just trash, man. She's
you
so
will
annoying.
like this game. A lot of the world makes sense. Also, the exploration
The
in
world
this
building
game
is
is
good.
very fun. I got bored of exploration. I don't
The exploration in this game is good in terms of the world's fun to explore. At first, it's pretty, but it feels quite vapid, if I'm honest. So, at first, it's good, but traversal isn't that fun, in my opinion, in this game. It's a bit of a chore, and I think that's what ruins the exploration. This is why I say if they implemented just a few little changes in regards to getting around the map, it would feel so much better. But yeah, I kind of agree in a way, but I disagree in a way because I think at first it's fun. When I first started playing the game, I was like, dude, this is gorgeous, man. I'm enjoying going around, and I think it's the feast for the eyes that makes it fun to you enter a new area, and you're like, man, this is gorgeous. I want to go over there. But then it just becomes, oh my God, I've got to get over there now.
don't like any exploration anymore in any other game, not only Genshin Impact, but at the start I actually enjoyed the exploration in this game. The traversal, of course, compared to Wuthering Waves is nothing. Wuthering Waves is
Okay, I think he's we're kind of agreeing there, but I think maybe it affects my enjoyment of the exploration a bit more potentially.
better. You don't have mounts, you don't have anything of that, but it's still fun. You are guaranteed to have so many boss fights, 2 fun endgame modes at the start. So basically what I'm saying, don't be afraid to try this game if you are a new player. Because in defense of Genshin Impact, again, the game isn't bad. But if we now go to veteran players, the people...
I think if you just want a game to play for a little bit, and potentially maybe play for a long time as well, if you're, well, not even if you're just in between games, because I think that's a disrespect to the game, if I'm honest. I think if you just want to try something new, you like anime, you like RPGs, you like open world action games, I think you'll find a lot of fun in this game. It's how deep you want to take that beyond then, I guess, when you'll start to get issues with the game, so to speak. Of course, I think you'll start to get issues with the traversal right from the get-go, but I think it depends how intensely, or not intensely, but how much you're putting into it. You know, if you're just hopping on for an hour here or there, maybe you won't find those such of a major issue. But I still think majority of people will look at the traversal in the game and be like, this could just be a bit better, couldn't it? You know, even if you think the game's perfect, you've got to admit it could be just a little bit better in that regard.
who play the game the whole time or played it for like 2 years, a year, for a lot of them, it's hard for them to enjoy it, but you still can enjoy some.
Genshin is too generic in terms. You are the hero beating evil, which is a concept used so many times. Yeah, I think, to be fair though, I think that's a big factor in the gacha space. A lot of tropes are used. Now, I don't mind tropes sometimes. I like them, in fact. It's just how well they're done. I just think, like, again, the way the story is told, not so much the story itself is the problem in Genshin. We'll let you post in chat. That's weird.
Some aspects of the game, and the problem is basically in the decisions of the devs, because we can always see people who are defending the game for like their first 2 months, and then they come back and go like, okay, we see what you mean now. Yep.
To be fair though, I think that's with any game though. You know, even if a game is really good, and it has minimal issues, the more you play any game, the more you'll be privy to its problems, won't you? Whether it's in a PvP game and matchmaking and bugs or exploits or things as you get higher up in rankings, or problems with weapons, abilities, skills, whether it's a shooter, casual shooter, you'll see issues as the more and more you play the game, and potential problems, whether it's an RPG, whether it's a fighting game, whether it's whatever it is, you know? I think you will, the more you play a game, you'll start to see that, where you have that honeymoon phase. Oh my God, everything's, you know, smells like roses. It's gorgeous. Everything's perfect. And then you start to see the little issues, and you see them more and more and more because you're playing the game all the time. It's just inevitable, I think.
Exactly. That's basically what will happen to you with Genshin. The game will give you a lot of things, a lot of expectations. It will keep meeting these expectations for some time, and then it will stop. Everything will stop. You will not have content. And of course, for people that are still enjoying the game and still enjoying a lot of the events that are here, it's good for them. Let's not hate on people that are enjoying the game. I have a problem with...
Yeah, I think sometimes as well, people do that, don't they? When they've played a game and they've become jaded by it because they've been playing it for years, and they see somebody new coming into the game, and they can't understand where they're getting this enjoyment. How are you enjoying this, man? And they don't understand it's because they're jaded by years of playing the same game over and over again. It's just never going to be that special to them as it is to somebody who's literally just started.
With people that are defending the flaws of this game, but people who are defending the good point about it, that are actually enjoying it, like, they don't deserve the hate. Let's stop this toxic community from going on.
I agree with that, yeah. You do get people, I've had people commenting on my videos and they just defend the game to the hilt, and it's just like, but we're just talking about the negative points of the game here. We're acknowledging all the good things. We're talking about the negatives. Surely, as a fan, you want the negatives to be fixed, and they're really simple fixes as well. And then you've got an even better product that you can glaze all the time. Yeah, I agree with that, though, that people do want to attack people for genuinely pointing out the positives in Genshin. I've saw it with Wuthering Waves as well. People point out the positives in Wuthering Waves in regards to the combat. Now, I know this is all subjective in regards to those sort of things. Problems with the game, bugs, all that sort of stuff is different, and quality of life issues is different because it's a little bit, it's still subjective because obviously your enjoyment's different in how you interpret it, but it's a little bit more objective, isn't it? You know what I mean? But when you talk about the combat in Wuthering Waves being really good, if not the best in the genre, the amount of people that just get so pissed about that, and it's just like, I get it, you don't agree, man, that's fine, whatever. But they feel like they've got to really go at you and justify how other things are better, and how you obviously haven't played enough gacha games to understand there's so many better games with better combat. And it's like, all right, mate, okay, cool.
There's a lot of extremists in this community, like people who hate the game and people who worship the game. I hate both of them. Just criticize normally, or actually talk about the things that you like normally. Don't be extreme about it. That's it. And yeah,
or even if you're going to be extreme about it, just don't use it as a way to attack other people. Hey, if you want to glaze the fuck out the game and be super extreme and not accept any wrongdoing at all or any issues, whatever, do it. But it's when people like that have to go and feel like they've got to push that attitude on other people, and when they just go, hey, just disagree, bro, just disagree, they go after him, then that's when it's like, okay, dude, just go take your face for a shit, you know?
I just wanted to say that this game has a lot of good things. You can try it if you never tried it, but people who are actually criticizing the game in a good way are actually doing the right thing. The game needs to be criticized. I hope that something crazy happens in the studio so this game becomes even.
Thing that's kind of funny, for the content, he's obviously jumped on the game to record some footage for the game. And he's just like, I guess I'll just walk around a little bit. He's not even brought himself to actually do anything in the game to be like, oh, let's go record some combat. Let's maybe do a bit of endgame stuff or something. Let's just go beat up on some overworld creatures. Just like, whatever, I'll just walk up and down the beach for a bit.
Better. And another goal of this video is to make the community, at least, like, if you see this video and you're one of the Genshin Impact community, you should grow up and be a better person. If you're going like hating on the game,
stop being a bitch,
or defending the game the whole time, you're just wasting your energy. You can go and do a lot of other things. And yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. And yeah, I just saw that it's a trend to just hate on Genshin. I wanted to clarify some things, at least for people who aren't into the community. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and yeah, that was the video. Bye bye.
Good video again. Still makes great content, I must admit. Nice yapping video, actually, talking about Genshin. And you know, don't get me wrong, it's got its issues, but I do agree with what he's saying. In regards to some people, it's become trendy and cool now, the in thing to do. Let's just hate on Hoyo, let's just hate on Genshin, let's just hate on Zenless. That, you know, it becomes super popular. And don't get me wrong, Zenless is nowhere near a perfect game. And I totally get why some people are not into it. But the way some people rag on it, it's just like you can tell they played the game for 5 minutes and everything about the game's bad. They can't even, like, you know, bring themselves to say, well, this is kind of cool. And yeah, that sort of stuff is a little bit weird. But, you know, it's tribalism and it's the internet. And it allows people to say dumb shit all the time. And they get a megaphone put to their mouth sometimes, don't they? So, yeah. I guess it's not that deep at the end of the day, but I agree with pretty much everything he said in the video. The game is a decent game, and if you're new to it and you've never played it, I suggest go check it out. I've still got so much content left in the game to do myself. I was a newcomer just last year, and I've got so much more content to do in the game, and I will go back to it at some point, just not too bothered to do so at the moment. And I must admit, I would like some of the quality of life things to be fixed, because I think they're really simple, and I just think Hoyo are being stubborn with that, but that doesn't mean you can't respect the game for what it is, because at the end of the day, it's a good game. But yeah, good video from Steorg in defense of Genshin Impact. Should we play some video games, boys and girls? Let's play some video games, man. Play some video games. But yeah, I can't disagree with what he said, man. Can't disagree. That's only Zone Zero botting issues. Weird though, bro. Okay. Let's go, dude. Why you trolling me, man? Why you trolling me? Hold up. We got an update, have we? Okay. Ooh. We might have to check this out over the weekend as well. The new version's out now, isn't it? And although I've only played like 20 hours of this game, it's fun, man. It really is a fun game. We're going to have to check that out. Back in a moment, though, chat. Back. I be back, I be. I be back. Oh, I had a hot fucking shit. That's where I was. What's this? Okay. What's this us? Oh man. Don't know what any of that means.
Welcome to the practice range.
What up? Is this the LMG? I think it gets faster and faster, doesn't it? Okay, that's kind of insane. How many is in a mag? 75, I was gonna say. That's wild, that is. I kind of like that. I like the one in Valorant, don't you? Okay, what did I change then? Oh, is that like determine? Just put it on there. Oh, sweet. That's actually kind of cool. That's kind of cool, that is actually. I like that. Alright, let's get into game. Oh, get me into that. Let's get into game then, shall we? Fucking hell, bro. Do 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 do. Ba-dum. Oh man, I'm so... It is Friday tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, dude, I thought for a second then, is it Wednesday? So glad it's Friday tomorrow. Rosie, we need to get booked up for the cinemas.
Pinnacle International.
Bloom Technologies.
Morgan United.
Morgan United. So, Like, what puts you into a... Did I join that crew? I don't remember doing that. Because, like, these dudes are free agent. Got a full save. Oh, did that make a different noise? Was the screen? That's all. Error, error. Oh shit! I need to put NVIDIA broadcast
Ready
on.
up.
I got fucked. How did that? Oh my god, dude. Alright, I'm shit. I don't know. I didn't drop in then either. Pretend that didn't happen. Look at this one. Holy shit, bro. Full body shots. I thought I got him in the 5th. Alright, we'll pretend that didn't happen. Alright, never happened. You didn't see it, right? I meant to do that. I was testing something. That's what I was doing. I was testing something. As Rosie come in, said hi, and then fucked off Jamie. Or I say now? Or else.
Don't forget the Zeus.
Need for 55. $125. I should have fucking swung the wall, man. Let's try not to get fucked in the ass this time, yeah, shall we? I'm holding the squad back at the mini. I need to get a NVIDIA broadcast on as well, so I can actually talk.
Hex barrier, ready. Zeus carrier was killed. You have the Zeus.
Hex barrier in place.
Smoke! Smoke here!
Zeus is down.
Behind. I need to get a video broadcast on.
Your opponent's won.
There she is. She comes in, fucking dips.
Let's go B.
What you doing, babe? What you doing?
Don't forget the Zeus.
You take the Zeus.
Trying to do jigsaw? Dude, I can't even talk.
Smoke out! Dropping smoke! Splinter!
Barrier here.
Oh, super low. But fuck it, let's go back and get the Zeus, bro. Not to be, you're failing miserably. Can't be that fucking hard, can he? Do you mean it won't let you talk, Rosie? Do you mean? I saw your text message saying it won't let you talk. You're just chatting shit. I think you're talking out your rectum, I do. I think you're talking shit. Did you know what's annoying? When I play off stream again last night. Promise. Playing well. Fucking play trash soon as I get live. Performance anxiety.
Zeus was dropped. You're revealed.
Oh, switched to his other guy. No, actually didn't. He's his teammate.
Zeus carrier is down. You lost the round.
Well, shit. I'm getting shit on, boys.
You have the Zeus.
Can I get a buy? Little help?
Dropping the Zeus.
Go mid. You're definitely not going to get the jigsaw done if you can't get the pieces to match. got baited hard. Baited hard. Dude, the running audio sounds so clunky. It doesn't feel clunky, like, but it just sounds clunky.
Throwing smoke. Haha, smoke out.
Placing hex barrier. I'm going for the
Zeus is down.
Throwing meltdown.
Be back at sight. Put a marker in then.
Last round before half.
Shit, bro. Shit, bro. I think because I'm having such trash match, he keeps giving me free armor. Guy's like, yo, give this guy a hand, bro. Give this guy a hand. Dude, how have I got the most damage on the team? Like, what the fuck?
Throwing smoke.
Hex barrier up.
Throwing a splinter. Splinter away. Meltdown going out.
You kidding me, dude?
Meltdown.
Zeus was dropped.
Throwing smoke.
Your opponent's won.
I'm getting bum rushed.
Match point. Halftime side switch.
We're getting fucking steamrolled, man. We're getting absolutely steamrolled. Bet I'm not really to be fair, we're all doing shit though. But I'm doing terribly. Can't believe I've got the most damage on the squad though. I just don't understand. Oh no, that angle or no? Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Zeus is down.
Haha, smoke.
Let's take a round, boys. Let's take a freaking round.
Hex barrier in place.
Throwing smoke.
Round one.
We fucking took a round, lads! We took a fucking round! Finally!
Match point.
Holy shit. Took a moment, but we got there. Might as well buy, really, hadn't we? Because we can't afford not to be fair. Yeah, let's do it. Jesus. Bullshit, bro.
Zeus is down on the field.
Nice. Could be rotating.
Zeus has been planted.
Yeah, trying. Trying to go for the fireman. Just did not work. You got this, bro. We're clutching it up, boys! We're clutching it up! We're clutching it up! We got this, we got this. Come on, we got this, bro. We got this. Easy, easy. We just gotta win every single fucking round. Easy. 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 Oh, look at that, bro.
Adrenaline, go. Smoke here.
Behind, behind. Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Dude, what's everyone doing?
Zeus has been planted.
I got
Throwing a
robbed.
splinter.
I got robbed. You got this, bro. You got this. On site. He's on site.
Adrenaline activated.
I believe the comeback is real.
Splinter. Flash up.
Attackers have taken the match.
Nice try, nice try. So hard you need help with the jigsaw, do ya? You got this, I believe. Believe, babe. Okay. Wasn't a terrible finish in the end. Was nowhere near good, but we came back, you know? Considering we started off fucking diabolical. Had a good couple of rounds at the end there. We just got steamrolled for the first half of the game. Jeez.
Ghostlink Collective. Umbra Reconnaissance.
Morgan United.
Morgan United.
It's just, I don't know why that cracks me up every time I hear it. Morgan United. Manchester United. I just laugh when I hear Americans say, like, you know, English football teams and stuff as well. Leicester City. Leicester. Shit. On my titties. Well, it's a 4 days left on this bait, there is.
Hey, ready up.
I'm ready. I think. Your boy's on an aggressive one. Wait a minute, he just killed his teammate. Let's go. Clutch.
The Zeus was dropped. Zeus has been planted.
Smoke here.
One.
That duster. That Deegs. That the Deegs. Do you know what? I am going to go pistol again. I'm gonna buy some armor. And we're gonna be yeah. And yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Hidden grasp active.
He's pretty far in the corner.
Recon wing away. Pulse finder running. Glare burst.
Nice.
Throwing glare burst.
Meltdown is here.
For pulse.
Smoke.
Oh, it's fucking time to look away. I get up here. Okay. Oh, he's low. He's low. He's not that low, but pretty low. I don't think he's gonna double peek, is he?
Throw in smoke.
You gotta go for the other plant, yeah. Fuck. You got this, bro. You got this. Wobbly! He's clutched it up! He's only gone and clutched it. He's only gone and clutched it. Pardon me. I don't know if this is a good spot to hang around now, actually, to be fair. Oh, roll on the weekend, man. 3-day week next week, right, babe? 3-day week.
Zeus has been planted.
Smoke here. Throwing meltdown. Haha, smoke out. Ready on the Zeus. Ready on the Zeus.
Man, to whiff my shots on that first dude. Maybe. Oh, we got an economy surge because we're getting fucking stomped. We're not even getting stomped, actually. Okay, what does that mean? We're getting more money for this round? Because we didn't get extra money this round, did we? Or did we get extra money next round then, I guess? Alright, let's go.
Zeus has been planted.
Ready on the Zeus.
Let's go. Gave up, too tired, cannot concentrate. The jigsaw beat you, babe. Has he beat ya? Your granddad's having a chuckle at your expense now. Sitting there going, she's stuck. Maybe I'll have to help you. Maybe we'll do a bit of a jigsaw together the weekend. I reckon.
Smoke here. Lobbing meltdown.
No, was that not a kill, bro?
Throwing meltdown.
Go, dude.
How did I lose that gunfight? How the fuck did I lose that gunfight? I know how I did, because I suck!
Zeus has been planted.
Even the parrot's laughing at me. It's like, you fucking suck, bro. You're bad and you should feel bad. Oh, man.
Set to do.
Zeus has been planted.
Lobbing meltdown. Smoke.
Flare burst.
Smoke here.
Wing up.
Throwing meltdown.
Sending glare burst.
Names all over the place. Like my recon controlling dog shits.
Clutch.
Last round before side switch.
Last round.
Recon wing launched.
Dropping meltdown.
Oh my god, man. I'm always fucking up on the horizontal, man. That's what I seem to fuck up hard on.
This has been dropped.
Beamed. Beamed.
Throw in recon wing.
It's probably gonna go A. It's probably gonna
Recon
go A.
wing out.
Yeah, he's going A. He's just picked that bitch up and he's dipped, in he? Oh, fuck this, I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm gone.
You won the round.
Hey, let's go. Is it because I shot him up there? The Zeus dropped up there. He couldn't get to the Zeus. I think it is, yeah. Shit, I didn't even
Halftime
need to
side
challenge him then.
switch.
Didn't even need to challenge. What the fuck? Your mate's lagging, isn't he? What the fuck was going on there?
Zeus has been planted.
110 is low.
You won the round.
Bringing his body with him, weren't he? He's jamming a bitch. Yeah, let's Eagle. Yeah, I think when I don't know if I need to drop my sensitivity again because it's horizontal recoil that I'm struggling with. I'm dealing fine with vertical. I'm just like I'm fucking over tracking people a little bit. I think you know. I don't know if I just need to drop my sensitivity just a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, bro. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Zeus has been planted.
Throwing meltdown.
He's low, he's low.
Round one.
Got him! Cheeky. Cheeky. Okay. We got that. Should we just grab this harp thing as well? Yeah, fuck it, let's do it, innit? Might as well.
Dropping the Zeus.
We'll have a little peek. We'll have a little cheeky peek, shall we? Cheeky peek.
Don't forget the Zeus.
SCL cargo.
Throwing smoke.
Partition up.
Son of a bitch!
Meltdown going out.
You have the Zeus.
Countering rotations is a lot easier in this game, isn't it? Because of obviously being able to put your copies.
Lost the round.
No time. No time. No chance. Fuck it, I guess we'll do this as well.
Don't forget the Zeus. The Zeus is down.
Smoke here. Throwing smoke.
Placing partition.
Meltdown going out.
Zeus going down.
Zeus has been planted.
Yes. Behind. That fucking smoke is terrible from me then, that was. Absolutely terrible.
15 lost.
This is a tight game. It's a tight one, boys. Wait, like a twigger. Arm. Come on, lads.
Dropping the Zeus. Dropping the Zeus. Recon wing.
Throwing smoke. Smoke out.
With my shots completely.
Sending clearance. Recon wing away. Running pulse finder. End of the do.
Be a sniper, didn't he? Had to be a sniper. Had to be a motherfucking sniper. Dude, what have I got? What is it? Disturbia in my head. Disturbia. Dum dum dee dum 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 dee dum. Oh, where the fuck I got that in my head at the minute? Right up in there.
Zeus has been planted.
Why is Activision trending? What have they been up to? Fuck you, Activision. Fuck you, Activision. What's this? What they done? Oh, have they took down Activision just played us all. They let people think the mod was going to go live while having Modern Warfare remastered on sale. They catch an 8-year-old game, then pulled the rug from under us.
Throwing recon wing.
Didn't surprise me. So that mod
Finder.
that was coming for Modern Warfare, they've dropped the mod now. They made it. They sent them a cease and desist, so they've had to pull the mod. Of course, they waited. While the game was on sale to get a bunch of sales because people were thinking, sweet, this one's actually gonna go through. Activision are allowing this to happen, I guess. Bunch of people bought the game and then Activision went, sweet, thank you for the change. Fuck off. Fuckers, man. Activision strikes again. To be fair, though, if you bought the game, man, you know, more fool you, really, because, you know, it's Activision. You knew they were going to do it. You knew they were going to do it. They ain't going to let a better version of a game they don't want to make come out. Is it going to happen?
Don't forget the Zeus.
Smoke here.
Dude just TP to his body, I think, eh? Tiny ball.
Haha, smoke out. Meltdown is here.
Attackers have taken the match.
Let's go. Let's go. He must have been low. Why was he roasting Daniel? I saw Daniel getting roasted in the chat there. What did Daniel do? What did Daniel do wrong? What did he do? Oh, Daniel. I am
Shangli Yao.
check this video out from Sticks, then shall we? Wuthering Waves makes an unexpected reveal, an Azure Premiere update, Arknight's Enfield playable. Dude, I really do want to check out Arknight's Enfield and an Azure Premiere update. I've got to admit, Azure Premiere looks dope, but I just am not finding myself too excited about it. I don't know if we've already got Genshin and we've already got Wuthering Waves, and I get it, you know, it's a little bit different, but it's still kind of a lot of the same. Doesn't mean I'm not going to play it, and I will probably, hopefully enjoy it. I hope anyway, if it's good. Yeah, I'm super excited about Never Needs to Ever Needs, but not so much for Azure. But let's check out the video anyway. Another video from Styx, so check him out. Lots of Gamba info coming from him. And let's see if he actually roasts Terra Fantasy in this video as well.
Wuthering Waves is undergoing maintenance right now in preparation for version 1.2 in the Turquoise Moonglow. I am very excited to play that.
I've got to admit as well, I was a little bit wrong about this update. Not entirely. I haven't experienced everything yet, but I've been doing the fair part of the update, and it is actually really quite fun. I like it. It's a little bit different, and it's a little bit meatier than I thought it was going to be. I did make a video talking about whether this is an amazing update or it's a little bit filler, and I did kind of lean towards the fact that I thought it was going to be a lot of filler, and I'm looking forward to bigger, beefier content drops in the future regarding updates that like revolve around the gameplay more than just a little set of rewards for small instanced loops of gameplay. But I must admit, I'm really enjoying the little fair event so far, and I'm enjoying the update overall. Played a couple of hours earlier. We're going to do some more tomorrow. But yeah, W update so far.
I have a link to their website where they detail
and sorry again for pausing, and I absolutely love Jeji. She's just like, oh my god, dude, she's awesome.
Everything that is happening right now, that is going to be happening over the course of the next few weeks. Everything that is going to happen over the course of version 1.2 through...
Oh yeah, as well, again, sorry for pausing. When do we get 120 FPS, or is that being rolled out now for certain stuff? Because I've got a 4090, and I don't have 120 FPS option available yet. Am I just stupid? I thought it was with 1.2, yeah. Or am I just crazy? I could have sworn it was.
Version 1.3, for those of you that are interested, including the events, including both Jeja and Shangliao. I think this month is going to be a very important month for Wuthering Waves. I know there are people that are automatically going to claim the game is dead. They're going to look at...
Dude, I've been seeing so much of that. I've had a few people comment on my videos recently. Oh, this is why Wuthering Waves is losing the gacha war. And it's like, oh man, how much money are you making off this so-called gacha war then, bro? Like, fucking hell. If you're going to look at it like that, this isn't going to make any amount of money like what the Hoyoverse does. Let's just face it, it's not going to. But if it's a good game for us and it makes enough money for it to continue, it's a W in my book. I don't care how many dollars shareholders are making.
Your game is making such a small amount of money. And that is unfortunately just the state of the genre right now. When Zenless suffers a decline, people are going to attack Zenless. When Wuwa suffers a decline, people will attack Wuwa, just like they attack Genshin and Star Rail for their, I think, like 19 million and 17 million global revenue.
So weird, isn't it, that?
Yes.
So weird. It's almost a little bit like, it's not really a parasocial relationship, but it's kind of weird how people get wrapped up in the, well, my favorite game's making more money. It's like, at the end of the day, is your game getting better, though? That's the main thing, you know? For us, as gamers, we should want better games. Who gives a fuck how much the CEO's making, or the shareholders are making, or the board's making? As long as a game makes enough money for it to be a priority, and they keep reinvesting, and we get better content, that's all that freaking matters.
Yes, the gacha genre is that toxic.
Nah, man. My game made 100 million this month.
The majority of gacha players don't give a damn about revenue. And they just see events, they just see characters, they just see content and enjoy it for what it is.
It is
I think it's a shame that the vocal minority, which is the overwhelming majority that you seem to see on social media, are the toxic group rather than the...
I think the thing is, though, as well, is that it's a smaller part of the overall audience, of course, but it's loud, but then it does get like megaphones, you know, the voice gets repeated by content creators, and I'm just as much to blame. My voice is very small, but you know, when stuff happens like that, you talk about it, so it makes the problem seem like it's a lot larger than what it is. But the vocal minority can be incredibly vocal and kind of crazy as well.
Positive ones that are just enjoying themselves. I mean, honestly, why can't we celebrate that Wuthering Waves has made hundreds of millions since launch? Why can't we celebrate the fact that...
Why can't we just celebrate that the games are good? Fuck all that shit. Let's just celebrate if they're good. I don't care if a game's making shit tons of money if the game's trash. Let's get a good game first, yeah?
Zenless has in 1 month made over $100 million. Why can't we celebrate the fact that Star Rail and Genshin and all the other incredible games like Love and Deep Space,
Woo, some of the guy made lots of money.
Are all doing incredibly well and draining us dry of every cent we have. For those of you,
and we all know he's not just draining Styx's wallet dry. Come on, dude's a full-on gooner, full-on Kuma. Move my camera out the way.
That haven't played
dirty,
for the last few weeks.
Dirty boy.
I don't know, like you ran out of content and that is totally warranted. I understand that. If you come back now or after the 1.2 update, since The game is in maintenance right now, but it won't be as of the video going live. You
Bro, I can't help but just keep looking at Changli's titties there, man. Jeez.
will be able to claim certain rewards as part of their Reprise of Tides returnee event. So you get a bunch of stuff for coming back to play through 1.2 after having left after playing 1.1.
No good for me because I played the game too much.
Which sounds great. Arknight's Enfield is
Yes,
coming to
I'm looking
Gamescom
forward to this.
on the 21st through the 25th.
Okay.
And then
Big.
it is coming to
Big.
PAX West on the 3rd.
I wonder if at Gamescom we'll get some announcements as well regarding Wuthering Waves on the PlayStation. I've got a feeling we will. I'm looking forward to Enfield though. It looks promising, I must admit.
30th through the 2nd of September. The 30th of August through the 2nd of September. This is big. Arknight's Enfield hasn't really had much in terms of information revealed since their
True.
technical test. I think it was a technical test, some form of test phase several months ago. I think Arknight's Enfield looks like an incredible game.
It does.
that
It
is
does look
going
really
to
good.
really
It looks super tight,
appeal
polished.
to a different demographic of player, which is fantastic. It's not going to be vying for the same player base that Wuwa and Genshin do.
This is again why I say I'm not so hyped about Azure Premilia. The game looks awesome, and if Wuthering Waves hadn't have come out, I'd be super interested. And I know that sounds like I'm proper shilling for Kuro. It's not that. It's not that, oh, Wuthering Waves is so amazing. It might be better. And hey, if it's better, then that might be like my main fantasy open world gacha game. But it's just that I do agree with this video that we reacted to a week or so ago, and everybody was getting on the dude for saying that he wasn't really into Wuthering Waves because his initial viewpoint at first anyway was that he'd already kind of got what he wanted out of Genshin, and Wuthering Waves was kind of 2.0 version of that. Granted, for me, a better version, but he didn't necessarily need any more of the same thing in that regards, which I think was a fair take. Some of his other points were a bit kind of lame, but that point I thought was fair, because I'm kind of feeling that myself now. I'm like, I've had Genshin, I've got Wuthering Waves, I don't necessarily need another fantasy open world like that. I'm still going to play it, as I said, but that's kind of why my excitement's not as high as what other games like Enfield and like Never Needs to Heaven is. Never Needs to Heaven is, for me, is the peak of my excitement now in regards to the next upcoming gacha games. Like, I'm really looking forward to that game. And again, I only played a little bit of Terra Fantasy. I've probably played about 20, 30 hours now, something like that. And it's making me even more excited for Never Needs to Heaven, if I'm honest. Don't get me wrong, it's got its issues and it's a bit jank. But I like that Hodder have tried a bunch of different things in that game. And it shows that they're willing to like really try some variety in the gameplay, which for me is a massive thing. And I really like that. Appreciate it
Tweet
massively.
goes on to state that they will have a booth set up. You can test out the game on site, and you
Okay,
can engage
cool.
in various booth events and grab exclusive merch. Hey, if any
All
of
right,
you
we have
guys
to get
are
some
there
feedback
and you
from
happen
people
to
then?
get some merch that you have duplicates of, I would be more than happy to take some of that off your hands. Most importantly here, though, is the fact that they did state you're going to be able to play the game and test it on site. So I wonder what gameplay they're going to have. I've heard online that they're going to
this
have
is
the
cool.
same build
Hopefully we get some footage as well. I'm sure we will.
that players got to play during the
what's
last
up, Neil?
test phase, which is fine because there are going to be plenty of people there that didn't get to play that previous test. But at the same time, this, I think, is the time and opportunity to build up additional hype for the game in anticipation of its probably 2025 release, if the leaks that I read were to be believed. I have a video on what happened to Arknight's Enfield and its 2025 release. If you're interested in watching that, if you're interested in learning more about when the game could potentially release, Zenless Zone Zero has won the PlayStation Player's Choice Award for the month of July. This is an incredible achievement.
Yeah,
Seeing a
that's-
gacha game meet
Winning it on PlayStation as well. That's pretty big. That's pretty big.
and simultaneously surpass so many milestones is always positive. It's always great for the genre because it makes it more mainstream. More people know.
That's one thing. People love to hate on Hoyo, but I definitely do. Well, there's no argument. Hoyo have made the gacha genre way more mainstream than any other developer or publisher has. Genshin and Star Rail have like kind of paved the way for your Wuthering Waves, for your Azure Premilias, in terms of they got so many eyes on the games that it's brought so many people into the genre who would never touched gacha games before. They did it with me. They brought me in, and then obviously I've like really got latched onto Wuthering Waves, and now I'm looking at like multiple different games coming out in the genre, which if I'd never played those two games, a lot of these games I'll be like, yeah, not interested, doesn't bother me. But it sucked me into the genre now, and I like, you know, I'm balls deep.
Know about these kinds of games, and if you think about it, the more popularity gacha games get, the more gacha games release, and in turn, the more gacha games I get to cover, and the more growth I get to have on my channel. Yeah, so I benefit from it, is essentially what I'm saying. Cat Fantasy is launching on August 21st on mobile and PC.
What the fuck? Cat Fantasy? Okay.
See, this is a game I'm excited for. This is a game I'm going to be streaming. It launches 7 days from now, 6 days as of this.
Never heard of it. Again, this is why I do like watching Sticks videos, because pretty much every video dude will speak about a game and I'm like, didn't even know that was a thing. Again, another one, never even heard of the game.
This video going live, I have been admittedly not hyping this game up at all, because like literally last month it was up in the air. Nobody knew when it was coming. It underwent like internal alterations and overhaul, and then just boom, here we go. So I hope this does well. I don't have the highest of expectations, but it's a game where you get to play with a bunch of really cute Neko girls. So, I mean, what's not to like? Now, before I discuss any additional games, I want to take a moment to thank my incredible...
What, so is Cat Fantasy, is that like a euphemism or something? Is it like, you know, or is it like actual cats in the game?
Patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I can't thank you all enough for the support. Now let's keep talking. Snowbreak is in a little bit of trouble recently, and the reason for that, so they actually released a trailer for, I believe it was a new character, and I had people DMing me.
Let's guess, it was super degenerate.
Like, hey Sticks, you have to check out this new trailer. They've gone even lewder than ever before, and that is saying something for Snowbreak, because they have probably become,
dude, Snowbreak is the Kuma game, man. It really is
the most degenerate gacha game on the internet right now. So I prepared to react to it on stream, and then I started seeing people tweet that their videos were removed. Non-Pawn here, as an example, made a tweet.
Dude, it's got to that level that they're getting took down on YouTube. Oh, hold up a second. Obviously, I don't know exactly why that was took down, because it was too lewd, he says there. Dude, this is actually kind of wild that that's a fact. This has got to be insane then, or it's just YouTube being dumb with the policy. I don't know if you guys know about this sort of, obviously, I'm somebody who uses YouTube a lot, and there is content on YouTube that stays up. I doubt it gets monetized. It stays up. It is just a pathway for people to, I think, to push their OnlyFans and stuff like that. But there is content where girls literally do see-through try-on hauls, right? You can see everything. I'm talking everything, you know, beef curtains, the lot, titties, full-on titties, everything. And then there's an even extremer version where girls are trying on like lingerie, but multiple times. They do it very subtly. Well, not even subtly, it's blatantly obvious, but they're moving around where they're flashing their freaking minge, you know? You're not getting a full-on minge flash, but you're getting majority of it, and the videos don't get taken down. That's kind of crazy. I don't even know why that shit's on YouTube. To me, that's fucking wild, you know, that it's actually on YouTube. But this gets taken down and that doesn't. Like, I couldn't even think about showing that sort of stuff on Twitch because it would just get me nuked.
Tweet saying my
I'm
Snowbreak
talking
video
like
got removed
wild,
because
man.
it was too lewd. It was just him reacting to the trailer. The official Snowbreak trailer for this character was removed due to violating YouTube terms of service, their community guidelines for sex and nudity. And the reason for this is,
I suppose probably the way they get away from that, because there is usually this disclaimer at the start of the video saying that this is not for sexual gratification. And it's like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, all right, okay.
from what I briefly examined, the new character, she goes down on the adjutant and stuff happens. Like, dude, I want to react to this on stream. I urge you guys.
Bro, Snowbreaker, fucking wild, man.
So I'll go look at it. I don't know where you can find it currently. I think there are videos of it up on Twitter, but my God.
Definitely won't be watching that after stream, chat. Oh, I ain't gonna watch that. Of course I ain't.
Actually updated their website with some more information. Azure Premilia is goddamn, like how badly I want this, I cannot express in words. Looking at everything, navigating through their website, looking at all the fantastic looking characters, clicking all the different informational like tabs where it details every aspect of the game, different factions, different characters, different world. Like it all just feels so high quality. I think actually one thing that really does bug me about their website is that while you can pre-register, it doesn't show you how many people are pre-registered. I don't know if there are only 1 million people or there are already 17 million people. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume a lot of people are pre-registered for this game.
I think
I'm
so.
genuinely
I would
curious
think so.
if you are still watching this video, which I hope you are, because retention is great and really helps boost these videos up. But if you're still watching the video, let me know down in the comment section below if you're actually anticipating Azure Premilia. I feel like this is by far one of my most anticipated games right now. I think other than the
I'm looking forward to it, but
which I covered
my anticipation
twice now in the
isn't
last
that
week,
crazy for the
this
game.
is my most anticipated gacha. I cannot freaking wait. Now, if none of this was any
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. I tell you what, actually, let's do something here. Okay, considering we just watched that video from Styx talking about Azure Premilia at the end, and him saying it is one of his most anticipated, if he's not most anticipated, gacha game coming forward. I wanted to talk about why it's not for me. Again, the game looks insane. Like, it really does. It looks super high quality. It looks gorgeous. The world looks beautiful. The characters look so cool. Like, look at these characters. They're great designs. I don't know why everything's like stop motion almost on the site. The characters are looking great. They really are. And I'm looking forward to playing the game. But my anticipation levels are just not that high because of Genshin and Wuthering Waves. And that's not to say that, oh, right, I'm a shill for those games and this game is just not going to live up to the hype. It's just that I was reacting to a video a week or so ago, and a guy was talking about how he prefers Zenless Zone Zero over Wuthering Waves. And I watched the video, and I disagreed with quite a lot of what he said, but it was more when he was getting into specifics about the comparisons between, like, dailies and things like that, where he was kind of just exaggerating to the point where his points were, like, became kind of invalid. But his initial point was that he didn't need another game like Wuthering Waves, or he didn't dislike Wuthering Waves, he liked Wuthering Waves, but the reason why he preferred something like Zenless Zone Zero was because he'd already got Wuthering Waves in Genshin. Now, I know, as somebody who prefers Wuthering Waves, it's better in a myriad of ways, in my opinion. Combat, exploration, the worlds, the characters, in my opinion, and a bunch of other stuff. And, you know, these are all subjective opinions. But he'd already kind of got a lot of that in Genshin, and it was kind of like Genshin 2.0 with improvements, which I thought was a totally fair point. I didn't feel it myself, because I suppose I came to Genshin later, and I'm still a little bit behind on a lot of the content for Genshin. And when I played Wuthering Waves, I just kind of fell in love with it, and I was super excited because of playing Genshin and playing Star Rail. That Wuthering Waves just got me. I'm hooked. I love the game. It's the only game in the gacha space at the minute that I log into daily. I do my dailies. I spend my wave plates, and I'm actively trying to build my account properly so I can achieve as much of the content as possible. I'm not a min-maxer. I don't have to clear everything, but I want to do as much as possible and enjoy the game in as many ways as I potentially can. But because of that, I am not that excited about Azure Premilia. And that's nothing against the game. Again, the game looks amazing, but I feel like I've kind of already experienced the fantasy open world action gacha game enough. I'm still going to be playing it, and I'm still probably going to enjoy the game. Well, I hope I do anyway, because I hope the game is good. because it looks amazing. It genuinely does. And I know I'm saying that while I'm saying I'm not that excited for it, but it looks really good. And it might be so much better than Wuthering Waves that I'm like, dude, how could I even think this? But I think this is why my excitement for Neverness to Everness is just way higher. Because obviously it's an open world gacha game, but it's urban. I like the supernatural vibe. The cars, the customization, all the little things that they seem to have spoke about really look interesting to me. And it's similar enough that obviously a lot of things are going to be very familiar, but it's also different enough that it feels kind of not unique, but enough variables in the space that it actually looks very exciting for me. And there was a lot of positives from the gameplay that we saw, in my opinion. There's things that could be tweaked, but it looked great. And a lot of people are kind of negative towards it because of Tower of Fantasy. I've just started playing Tower of Fantasy, and I've actually been having a blast. I genuinely have. I'm enjoying the game. I'm taking it for what it is. I kind of had low expectations, if I'm honest, because everybody prior to playing the game was like, dude, it sucks. It's trash. It could have been great. They mishandled things. The combat's decent, but the rest of the game's kind of mid at best. I have been enjoying the game so far, and I am playing through 1.0 as well because I want to experience the game for whatever, for kind of how everybody else did, for the good and the bad. And I get some of the issues that people have got. But I also, one thing I really like what Horror did was they've really tried different things in the game. Early on, there's so many different mechanics thrown at you. Maybe too many almost at the start, but they're trying things. And I really like that because you don't get that from Genshin and from Wuthering Waves in terms of variety of gameplay mechanics. You know, just things like the mechs and the bit where you're going up to the island when you first try and go up and you're trying to shoot down all the dudes attacking you. It feels like you're given different mechanics in that regard quickly, and I really like that. And that's kind of made me even more excited for Neverness to Everness because I feel like they're going to really try to do things differently. And I like the idea that they're going to take risks and hopefully they'll learn from all of the mistakes that they made in Tower of Fantasy and apply those positively to Neverness to Everness. And this all kind of rolls into going back to why I'm not that excited for Azure Premilia. Now, it's a scale. I'm looking forward to the game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not being negative towards this game because, again, the game looks amazing. It looks beautiful. Look at the world. It looks gorgeous. Like, the characters look dope. The combat looks really good. There's a lot of positives about this game, and I do want to play. I want to play actually quite a lot. But in terms of, like, my excitement, I just like bouncing off this because I'm just watching that Sticks video where he was talking about he's really excited for this and what do people think and feel. But I think that's the reason why I'm not finding myself super excited about it, because I feel like I'm going to be going over paths that I've already trodden. Now, I might be wrong about this, and I might play it and be like, holy shit, dude, how did I even think about this a couple of months ago, or however long it is until this game launches. But it does look really good. Don't take this as that I'm hating on the game. But I kind of just wanted to talk about this. I wanted to know what people think in regards to open world fantasy gacha games at the moment. Has it been done enough that you want to see different things? Even if it's open world, it's a little bit different. Are you looking forward to Neverness to Everness? Do you think it's going to be good? Or do you think that all the problems that you might have found in Tower of Fantasy are going to creep into Neverness to Everness and it's just going to be a little bit mid? But again, this game looks amazing. Like, the more I'm sitting here looking at this now, it does look great. You know, there's no denying how good it looks. Like, again, the characters, they look great. I don't know why the website's so slow. You know, the enemies look good. All-female roster as well, which is interesting, and I'm all here for it, you know? So, what do you think? Are you looking forward to Azure Premilia? What's your most anticipated gacha game as well? I'll be interested to find out from you guys in the comments as well. So, yeah, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one, I guess. I just wanted to make that for a video, because I'm interested in what people think about Azure Premilia. Sticks is a fucking weirdo. I'm kind of over the whole furry thing. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, the game does look dope. Like, you know, like... Have a look at some gameplay here. Yeah, let's skip through this, yeah. There's some gameplay. Like, it looks tight. You know? Character design. Liking it. You know, traversal. The world looks gorgeous. Again, though, I just feel like I've been here and I've done that. And I can kind of see where that guy was coming from in regards to that. Well, I saw where he was coming from anyway. But I just feel like he got some serious hate on that video from a few different people. I didn't, you know, again, I disagree with some of his points, but I definitely saw where he was coming from. But I don't think a lot of people did. But I think it was a fair point to make. Of course, it's totally subjective. You know, some people can play an open world action RPG fantasy game over and over and over again, and it's exciting as every single time as the previous time. For me, though, you know, it's just like, okay, this is cool. I've kind of done this before. That's why I like Neverness to Everness. He's like, okay, I've done something like this before, but, you know, it's got a different lick of paint. It's got a different setting. It's got a different premise. It's more leaning to this sci-fi fantasy, modern sci-fi fantasy, rather than this, you know, high fantasy game. And it just enough of that is a tweak, you know. As somebody who loves fantasy and loves sci-fi, probably enjoy sci-fi a little bit more than I do enjoy fantasy as well, so a little bit biased there. But yeah, I just think, you know, Wuthering Waves is enough for me for my open world fantasy game. Like I said, I might totally change my mind when the game comes out. But I just wanted to, you know, express that, I think. You've been here since 5 minutes after you left from the last stream. Have you? You addicted, are you, mate? Are you addicted? Are you a little bit addicted, are you? Alright, let me check out another video as well.
So if you've been in this community
Dude, my hair looks all fucked up. What's going on with my fucking fringe, bro? All fucking scuffed. What the fuck is going on with my fringe? Looks like someone stuck a fucking ruler down it, man. Didn't look like that earlier. Whatever. 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 All right, let's get chat up. Okay then, Honkai Star Rail cracks down hard on leakers. Another video from Kazahana, makes great content. Let's see what he's got to say. And do you know what though? As somebody who benefits from leaks sometimes, I guess as a content creator, I don't really talk about them much because I'm not a big fan of leaks. I think in the modern day of gaming, you know, I feel like a lot of launches get ruined for gamers. Now, for everybody else, it's different. But for me, I just, you know, you feel like you've almost played the game before you've played the game nowadays because there's leaks, there's trailers, there's gameplay presentations, then there's streamers getting games early and content creators getting games early, and then there's alphas and betas and demos and pre-freaking launch early access, and then the game comes out and you're like, dude, I don't even want to play it anymore. I feel like I fucking played the game for so long that it doesn't have that, you know, that magic of the launch day that you used to get back in the day when a game came out and you might have seen a trailer, or even further back, you saw some still images in a magazine. I'm showing my age now. And then you played the game and you were like, holy shit. And it was exciting. I feel like gaming's lost a little bit of that. And that's why I try not to do too much of looking into leaks. And even watching many gameplay videos and leaks and early presentations. It's like even with new characters coming out in Wuthering Waves, I tend not to look too much into the kit and seeing people making videos on guides and how to do this and what to do, because at the end of the day, I just want to experience it fresh and enjoy the game. You know, I feel like we lose a bit of gaming when we do that.
So if you've been in this community for a long time, then you'll know that MiHoYo doesn't really like leakers at all. And this also
Which is fair. Which is fair at the end of the day.
Started with Genshin Impact, obviously one of their first massive games, and characters, stories, and just so much more was getting leaked, which obviously on a player side, a lot of people really liked, as it allows people to, you know, see what characters are coming up, what characters they need to
The character situation I can understand, but the story, that does suck when people leak stories in games.
save for, and just get an overview of a character or an area, just to know whether it's worth playing or, you know, worth spending your money on. But obviously, a lot of these leaks
See, again, for me, though, I don't see why you need to see all that stuff early to see whether it's worth spending your money on. Surely when you get the game and you get a cat trial of a character or, you know, you get a taste, you're like, okay, all right, I'm going to spend now. I don't know why people, I'm like, right then, that's it, I'm spending now. Don't get me wrong, when I saw Sheji, I was like, man, I think I've got to open my wallet, which I haven't done yet. I've been really good at that.
leaks
But I
don't
kind of
come
want to.
exactly legally, and that's exactly why they are called leaks. They literally get leaked by a member of staff, or maybe someone that's somehow gotten access to
Sometimes it is from the corporation, though, or the company, or the publisher, or the developer, because they kind of want to get a little bit of a drip feed going on. So it's like an unofficial leak, and then they kind of like, you know, read the room and what's going on, and then they go from there.
the database over at Hoyoverse. Now, this was mainly with Genshin Impact, and actually managed to pursue legal action against some of these Genshin Impact leakers, with them actually playing to a California court.
Nintendo's the guys you don't want to fuck around with as well. You start fucking around with Nintendo and expect to get the man is going to be coming after you. You don't fuck around. It's like fucking around with the mouse, you know what I mean? It's like Disney. You don't do it.
And asking for the real names along with the IP and email addresses of a lot of these leakers. And one of them included Yubacha, which you probably know in the community, who's obviously a very well-known leaker, and Mihoyo just
So that's how much I don't really delve into that side of the community. No idea who
did
that
not
person
like
was.
that at all. Now, there is a lot of varying opinion, as I said, with leakers. You know, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing for the community? I think that, like, leaking characters and future character designs aren't the end of the world. I honestly think that's actually a pretty good thing for the community, as I said.
I'm kind of ambivalent to it, really. I don't care, if I'm honest. I don't care. If there's stuff that's getting leaked that I mean, it's a game that I'm interested in and I think it's going to make it less of an enjoyable experience for me, I'll just try and avoid it. But obviously from a business standpoint, it's not great if they're not doing it themselves. And it's, you know, obviously when it comes to story and early gameplay of games, that sucks. I feel bad for developers, you know, when you see alpha gameplay or even early pre-alpha gameplay gets leaked on YouTube or on Twitter, and they haven't wanted to do it, and then the game gets roasted, and they haven't even announced the game, and then they have to come out with like rushed announcements and explain how this is just super early access and it's not what the game's going to look like, and it makes the game look worse before it's even got going, kind of thing. Like, that really sucks, that doesn't. I feel for the developers and publishers then.
It allows people to make up their own minds on like whether they want to pull for a character or not. But I think leaking stuff like story is kind of bad because, again, it just spoils it for a lot of people. I have seen in the past like full-on cutscenes or just like tweets outlining what the new story is going to be, and it just kind of ruins it for everyone because, you know, it's a story. It's supposed to be surprising, and you know, some people just go out there and just spoil it all, which, yeah, again, it's just very annoying. This is actually quite an old article. It came out in February 2023, but there's actually some new information, and this time with Honkai Star Rail leakers. But before I get to this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy it, and also go over to Gamer Subs to use my code KAZA. A lot of you guys have been actually ordering a ton of stuff, so thank you guys for that. And I definitely recommend that anyone who hasn't got it, or someone who, you know, maybe wants some more Gamer Subs, definitely use my code KAZA. You can get yourself 10% off. Yeah, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there, and they've got a ton of really exciting events coming up too, which I will let you guys know about. But let's get back into the video. So again, as I said, there's this post from HXGDLook, which is a like pretty common account that provides us with a lot of like Chinese information to do with Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact and a lot of Hoyoverse games. And it says that Hoyoverse provides some character complete date for the final judgment of conviction of a court leaker. So this is one guy that's been caught leaking a ton of stuff, and then it actually goes down and names all the characters that this person has leaked. Now, this could be in any way or shape or form. They could have leaked some kind of trailer, they could have leaked the character design, they could have leaked pretty much anything, and maybe a lot of these characters they leaked in different ways. But the first one was Robin, obviously. Robin had a ton of leaks for her, and I think Honkai Star Rail has just had a ton of leaks in general. I think that's like what a lot of people expect. We literally expect leaks to come out a couple of days after the actual drip marketing comes out for a character, and some people get really excited about that. Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of people really like seeing these leaks, but also a lot of people do block a lot of these accounts because, again, it's extremely early. Like, for example, the new characters Fei Xiao and Ling Xia, a lot of their abilities and ultimates have already been leaked, and people aren't.
Yeah, that's the thing for me. Like, where I guess for different people, it's you know, it's a bit different because when you get like abilities in kit, you know, leaked, or even just when it's shown off early and the devs release all the information on it, I don't like to look into that too much, which is kind of like, I suppose it's kind of backwards the way I look at it, because a lot of the time I look, if a character looks cool, I'm like, I'm getting that character. I'm pulling for that character. If the kit's not great, I don't really care. I'm not a min-maxer. I want to get that character. Now, if a character doesn't look as cool, I might tend to look into the kit. I might be a bit more, you know, liable to look into it because it's like, okay, maybe the character's fucking really useful and it doesn't matter that they look kind of crap because they'll be really good for the roster. But I think usually when the game drops, you just know when a character's good anyway. You get your trial, you get to try the character. You're like, this character's fire. Okay, it's time to pull. I don't think you necessarily need that sort of stuff to decide whether you're going to pull for a character, in my opinion. I guess it'll give you the chance to grind and potentially stack stuff up, but I feel like if you're spending a lot of your currency right before a banner anyway, you've only kind of got yourself to blame if you're broke when the banner drops. Done it myself. I'm in that position right now, so I can't even be mad. You know, that's why I'm in the position where I'm like, I might end up, you know, opening my wallet for GG because I was pulling, like, just badly on the weapon, Chang Li's weapon. I was like half-arsed doing it, and I got halfway through the pity and was like, fuck, bait the banners here in like 2 days, dumbass. So yeah, I can kind of get people wanting to do it, but yeah, for me, it's again, I don't feel like I need to. I'd rather just experience it when it comes out, try the character. Okay, this is a fun character. Okay, they're really useful. Let's maybe pull for that reason.
I'm really happy because these characters don't come out for a long time, and some of them we won't be able to see for another couple months, and we've already had their abilities leaked, which again can be kind of annoying, but I guess some people do enjoy seeing, you know, whether this character is going to be good or not, which can be rather helpful. As I said, they leaked Robin, Aventurine, Gallagher, Joey, Sparkle, Black Swan, and Acheron. Now, obviously, these are all massive characters. Acheron was a massive banner. I think it must be one of the most highest selling banners literally in Honkai Star Rail, literally down to her abilities and overall design and overall style. Obviously, she had the whole Rider May style, which a lot of Honkai Impact 3rd enjoyers came over to the game for. So again, a lot of people weren't very happy with the Acheron stuff being leaked because it was some very unique kit. And I think that was definitely the moment that Honkai Star Rail kind of switched and made a lot of these characters very unique in their own ways. Because before we had a lot of characters that were kind of like, okay, well, yeah, that could kind of fit in a team, you know? Whereas Acheron was like something a little bit different with her like 3 slashes in the ultimate. And yeah, there was just a whole like new design to it, especially with other characters too, like Black Swan, etc. There was a lot of these characters that, you know, which kind of marked the change of Honkai Star Rail characters. And yeah, these got leaked. So it's not the best. And also we have this document here. Obviously, I don't read Chinese, but I'm guessing this backs up what this person has said. I think they do know Chinese themselves. And you may be wondering, well, what is the penalty for this?
There's your proof then. Like that. I don't know what it says. I ain't figured it out, but I'm guessing this person agrees. He's probably right, like,
actually gotten charged around 70,000 USD, which to be fair kind of lines up with a lot of the previous Genshin Impact stuff. Is the person who leaked the 2.5 update actually got
this is the sort of stuff that'll stop a lot of people wanting to do it though, because Jesus.
fined $78,000 for leaked footage. So again, it's kind of similar, if not even less. Now, I don't know how it's going to work with the overall charge. Will they actually charge him for each of these characters? Will it be 70,000, 70,000?
You get to the age of like 45 or whatever it is. So did you get yourself into serious financial trouble then? Well, I leaked JPEGs of big titty waifus on Twitter. Yeah, probably wasn't the best decision I ever made.
70,000 for each of them, or will it be 70,000 for the lot of them? Because again, these are some massive leaks, and I think this caused Honkai Star Rail a lot of issues because obviously a lot.
Dude, it can't be 78 odd K for each. That's crazy. That's crazy. I feel like, I suppose it depends. It depends on what, like, where the charges are happening. But I feel like the ability to actually prove the losses in regards to those sort of things would be kind of difficult in the content that it is. Because there could be the argument made potentially by defense that it got people more hyped and made people spend more. I don't know how well that'd do in court to somebody who's got no legal knowledge at all. You know what I mean? I just feel like it'd be quite difficult for them to prove that, okay, by leaking these characters, we definitely were financially hit for the negative. But yeah, It's obviously that didn't obviously happen. If that's the case, if they have, I don't know if this has been that they've been charged and convicted and they have to pay this now, or that's what they're trying to get out of the person.
A lot of people were kind of put off by a lot of these banners, especially with a lot of the leaks coming out. But also some of the comments pointed out that
I feel like that's a
apparently
hard
was
argument to make.
2022,
You know,
yeah, this kind of
I don't believe that anybody's put off from pulling on a banner because of a leak. If anything, I think it's the opposite. Again, for me, it doesn't necessarily matter, but I definitely do think when you see characters and you see them earlier, like, dude, you know, I'm good. Potentially maybe the argument could be made that that one was leaked, so people were waiting and they didn't spend on other banners, so that's how we can argue that we lost money. That's possible, I guess.
Surprising. And also Sparkle 2, literally at the end of 2022 in December, which again, I don't see how that even happened, but okay, yeah, that did happen. That is very, very early on. It's like before the game came out. Now that might be a typo there. I don't know if they actually mean 2023, but again, I don't really know. I think maybe they do mean 2022, and a lot of this got leaked on a database whenever they were actually creating the game. But again, that is kind of insane. Being fined 70,000, if it's for each of them, that is absolutely horrible, and I feel sorry for this guy, because he has just been hit with like the charge of a lifetime. But if it's 70,000 for a lot of them, to be fair, I think he actually got off pretty well, seeing as Genshin Impact have definitely fined people for a lot more. Now, obviously, this was a person who went into the game and actually leaked stuff. This isn't someone that shared around leaks. If you guys have any like wrong ideas about that, of like YouTubers, you know, some YouTubers do cover leaks and go over them and share them. I personally don't, because I don't want to have that kind of like relationship with Hoyoverse. Like, I'm not on good terms with them or anything, but at the same time, I don't want to get on even bad terms and possibly have my video taken down because I'm sharing leaked content. But a lot of the leaked content YouTubers don't necessarily have their channels taken down, and even in some cases get their channels sponsored by Genshin Impact somehow. I don't know how. I think they just don't really do their research.
Maybe potentially they're like, hey, look, man, like, we'll grease your palm. Please stop.
Who they sponsor. But a lot of these lawsuits that you will see is like a person has gone into the game and actually did the leaking themselves, and not the person who covers the leaks. Because there has been a lot of misinformation online saying that like leakers, for example, like Zajeff, I think he does a lot of looking at leaks.
End of the day, if it's out in public, I can't see how they can really do anything about that. Obviously, they can go after the person who's made it public, but once it's become public, they can't really stop people sharing the information, can they? They could try, you know, using terms of services in websites if that's applicable, but they can't really go after them in any other way, really.
And stuff. There's a lot of people online saying that, oh, hey, he's going to get sued and fined in the future because he's covering leaks. He's probably not. He's probably either going to get A, told by Hoyoverse to stop, or B, they're just going to take down his video because they can do that. Obviously, they probably won't take any more action because it's just, you know, a waste of resources. I mean, it's just a guy who covered leaks from another person. So again, they put a lot of their resources into catching the leaker themselves, so it doesn't happen in the future. And I think that is the best way.
It's like when it comes to, it's like the same similar sort of thing of video game cheats, isn't it? Really, they can ban you. You know, it's the cheat creators that they're trying to go after in terms of financial hits and putting out cease and desists and all that sort of stuff. Really, all they can do to a person who's purchased a cheat and is using it in a video game is to just ban them, really.
Way to go about it anyways. But it is kind of crazy how a lot of these games do get leaked all the time, especially with Hoyoverse. We've had leaks for Zelda Zone Zero, Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact. Literally every single game has been leaked. And it seems like there's a lot of employees or people close to people working at Hoyoverse that can actually get access to this kind of stuff. And it's kind of worrying, like how easy it is for them to leak a lot of this stuff. As if we think about games like Wuthering Waves, which I often cover on this channel, there hasn't actually been that many like massive leaks, I don't think. I mean, you can...
I don't know about story-wise, but I feel like recently there's been a lot of leaks in regards to, you know, events, banners. You know, we've got all the rerun stuff now and potential banners coming forward, and they've usually been pretty bang on. They haven't been like super early and anything like major, but we've seen a lot of images and names and stuff like that, and kit rumors and stuff that have turned out to be true. So I wouldn't say that's exactly true. Again, though, he just said there's been a few, so he's not saying there isn't been any.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I haven't seen any like ginormous leaks which absolutely change anything. Obviously, there's been a few hints of what's going to happen in the future, but again, a lot of people have been kind of left in the dark, and maybe that's down to Kuro Games just being a bit more vigilant on who tests their games and who works on their games. So again, we'll have to wait and see what kind of happens with that in the future as well. Will Wuthering Waves get leaked in the future, or will any other gacha game get leaked in the future? Because it does happen in other gacha games too, not just Hoyoverse, but it does seem like it's very prominent in Hoyoverse and just, you know, Honkai Star or Genshin Impact, all those kind of games.
Well, I think they're probably the main victims because they're the biggest, aren't they? You know, they've got a lot of people working on them, a lot of people involved, a lot of people are going to be attempting to data mine stuff, play tests, all that sort of stuff, and they're the big dogs, so they're going to go for those games because they know that it's going to get them interest. You know, eyes are going to be on them. At the end of the day, people are not going to be really interested in making leaks for, like, I don't know, Snowbreak Containment Zone, are they? Because, you know, let's face it, the game's niche within a niche, so...
And maybe that's just because they're more popular, but again, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you think that we're going to keep seeing leaks in the future of Honkai Star Rail, or do you think these convictions is going to scare off a lot of the new leakers and also scare off some of the...
It will scare off a lot of people, but it'll always happen, won't it? You know, it'll always happen.
Current leakers that, you know, currently do it, because that is a big fine to be facing, and I wouldn't like to be that guy at all. But yeah, that's what I got for this video. If you did enjoy it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, it's just a crazy situation overall. It's quite funny to see a lot of these leakers have action taken against them whenever they, like, do something like this, because, you know, what were they expecting?
What's going on next, gamer? You like Clash of Clans?
Enough, then they're just going to get caught by Hoyoverse anyways and hit with these fines. But yeah, crazy situation, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Yeah, you know, bit of a nothing burger, really. Well, not for the dude who got fined. It's a big burger for him. Yeah, I think Hoyo were probably just taking a bit of a leaf out of, like, somebody like Nintendo's book, because, you know, you don't fuck with Nintendo. So I guess, like, you know, they're trying to be like that. And at the end of the day, I don't blame them, really. It sucks if you are the type of person who does that and they're coming after you. I get it. But from a business standpoint, don't blame them. You know, they're going to try and protect their IP, protect their revenue at the end of the day. And if they feel like it's being threatened and their hard work's being challenged, they're going to try and take you down, aren't they? And they're that big now. Christ, they're fucking investing in nuclear reactors. They've definitely got the cash to come after you for leaking the game. That's for sure. Yeah, great video from Kazahana again. Honkai Star Rail cracks down hard on leakers. I have got to go for hot spicy pooch. I'll be back in a minute. Woo! Man, that was a spicy shit. Bada bing, ba-ding, bing. Ain't got about feel bad for me, dude. I'm doing fine. I'm just chilling and streaming. Can't give a fuck if there's 10 or 10,000 watching. So I think I'm going to do it. Holy shit. Fucking hell, that was fucked up. Just seen a video on Twitter. I think a dude's like trying to do a trick with a woman where he's like, there's 3 bags and I don't know, one of them have got a spike in or 2 of them have got a spike in, and he's showing them that he can hit the one that obviously hasn't got the spike in, and he fucking slams around down on the one that's got the fucking spike in. Like, rip. Rip.
Morgan United.
Morgan United.
Vector Dynamics. Bloom Technologies.
That downloaded to get put up tomorrow, man. Well, fuck it. I guess we'll cover B then.
Ready up.
You push mid. Somebody just get fucked with a nade. Ow. Shit, missed all my shots.
Zeus has been planted.
Got fucking rolled. Okay, ex-gamer. Do you want me to do better? Boom. Okay, there's 50,000 people watching. You happy now? I don't know what you want from me. The viewers are low because there's not many people watching, I guess. What's your point? Ooh, what did I get it with then? Oh, he's got the fucking sniper. We tagged him 3 times. Is that it's only you. Okay. What's your point?
Dual lamp. Activating vector wall.
We get this fucking video downloaded. Get a thumbnail made for that as well. Might do that in a second, actually.
I'm lost. Zeus has been planted.
What the fuck's this dude saying? Should we play title? No, let's go for a cheap build, actually. Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Zeus is down.
Nice, nice.
Hex barrier in place.
Wait for the rotate, boys. The barriers to come down. So we got Zeus, man. Oh, it's just him left, yeah.
Round 1.
Yo, I ain't done shit here yet. I'm just chilling. Yeah, man, when the game comes out, man, they've got to work on those characters because they look like fucking shit, man. No offense, Shroud. They do, though. Look bad, man.
Revealed.
That's true.
Zeus has been dropped.
Nice. Somebody DC'd. I got a range quit, I think.
Zeus has been reset.
Charging nanosphere.
You'd have to roll F4, yeah, because you can't even quit the game.
Vector ball out.
Zeus was dropped.
You sounded super fucking nervous when he said that then.
Your team won.
It's nice, no straight, no straight.
It's all good, man. Let's go. Keep it up.
Some eco boys, man. Dude, this is the worst game I've ever had. Hey, might not be stacking kills, but we're stacking credits here, boys. Curious to see what sort of skins we get in this game.
Sending the nanosphere. Sending the swarm. Nanosphere out.
Zeus carrier is down. Flawless round.
This is not the gun for range, man. It ain't built for that sort of gunfight. She's only did 118 as well with 5 shots.
Defenders have won the match.
Dude, I'll take that. Surrender on my worst game ever. Let's go. 22k's arse of a shovel in that game. Oh man, I can't wait, man. Football's back tomorrow, boys. See, I think tomorrow daytime, man, we're going to play a bit of woo-wah. I do want to get on some arena breakout, man. I was meant to play some tonight, but I thought I'll have a little dabble with this, considering the beta's on. Yeah, so I think some people do have 120 FPS now, don't they? On woo-wah, but I don't know why the fuck I ain't got it then, because like I'm on a 4090. They must be rolling it out for something like the mid-tier, like 30 series maybe.
Morgan United. Rifle International.
Ghostling collect.
Doo-doo. Morgan United.
Hey, ready up. Dropping smoke.
The Zeus was dropped.
Dude, they're behind us, man. I might actually be on site, I'm not too sure. I killed myself today.
Zeus has been planted.
Dude, this gun's actually kind of hard to use sometimes, man. I gotta stop using it in a minute because I'm playing like shit. A free kill and we gave it away. Oh, that should be in bed now, man. It's way past my bedtime, man. It's fucking 6 again this morning. No. I was gonna put my deagle up there, but I won't bother. Not gonna bother. Not gonna bother. Lol. Take for 100. What the fuck happened? Okay.
Partition. All right, partition going up.
Well, the game felt a bit off then, but things fine.
Flashing.
I think it was only me that got kicked then, yeah.
Partition activated.
Adrenaline activated.
That was weird. Are you boys going for the hip fires? What was that all about, man? Oh shit, yo, I think my net's playing up. Did my stream just drop then?
Placing hidden grasp.
No stream didn't drop. Yeah, I think it disconnected for probably not long enough for it to cut out because like it disconnected my chat on YouTube and I got kicked out of the game for like 10 seconds.
Partition. Popping in dead zone. Dupe active. Partition activated.
Meltdown going out.
One's tagged inside the what's it building as well, actually.
Adrenaline.
Excuse me, bear. You actually pick up your traps once you put them down.
Zeus has been planted.
Wait. Yeah, there's still someone there. Careful behind as well, I'm expected up there.
Adrenaline activated.
Partition going up.
Flashing.
You lost the round.
Alright. It's kind of weird how you can toggle your zoom on everything.
Placing partition.
It's not weird, but interesting. I was just walking across like that. We weren't even aiming down here. Hey, can you play? If you head over to Twitch, there's drops on the game. Drop system's a bit broke at the minute, so not every channel's drops are working.
Meltdown is here.
Zeus has been dropped.
Partition activated. Placing partition.
Lucy's down on site, yeah.
You won.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Is it available in India too? I think it's global. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's global. I don't know if my drops are working. I don't think they are. They were telling people to go to the website and whitelist their channel. But I still don't think it's working perfectly. But I know it is working for some people, so you just have a bounce around Twitch. You might find some people who have got them on and you can get yourself access to the game. I think the drop's still running anyway. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, it's available everywhere. I could be wrong on that. And I think it runs till the 20th, I think.
Dupe active.
Dead zone going out.
Meltdown going out.
Deuce is down on the field. Clutch.
Oh. I thought he was doing them on site, man. Oh, yeah, I think so, eh? Yeah, you know, India's got a massive population, and it kind of be wild for it not to be especially considering like Valorant seems to be quite popular in India as well, doesn't it? And I know this is not Valorant, but like I know that with this game they're trying to creep into that sort of Valorant CS market with a little bit of a twist. So, Drop's still going to get a banner for it. So, can you get access to the game for the drops? Maybe the drops have changed. I know you could initially, but I'm not too sure. Just ain't been working, didn't they?
Dropped.
Cheeky bastard. I've got to change my switch weapon. When I'm pinging, I'm changing my weapon.
Meltdown going out.
Nice shot, man. Nice shot. Yellow box on site. Yeah, the finals seems to have dropped off. Like, I like the finals as well. I do. I think it's a fun game. I ain't played it myself for a month or two though.
Splinter away.
I was wondering why it was highlighted then. It's because he's the one that's left alive.
Starting adrenaline. Throwing
flash. So you can have your pistol out with that. Interesting.
Flash up.
Nice flash, dude. Nice flash. Good lunch. Let's go, bro.
Last round before side switch.
It's quite fun, this game is. There's part of me thinks, like, I would like to see a test go with 4 players. Sometimes, not so much on this map. This map feels alright, this map. I think it's probably the best map in the beta at the moment. The pacing feels like it's just off ever so slightly. Or I don't know. Why do my characters look different? No, look how they should look. The chick's not got white hair. They're both just like dudes.
Smoke here.
Is that a hologram of a person? That was a hologram.
Boost has been dropped.
Throwing smoke. Throwing a splinter.
Did you even get round? Oh shit, can't go that way. No, he's pushing. We got a bomb now.
Your team won.
Nice, nice, nice. Let's go, let's go. Let's get it,
Halftime
boys.
side switch.
Oh my god, dude, I missed so many shots in.
Splinter.
What? Pretend that didn't happen. We will pretend that didn't happen.
Throwing splinter. Partition up.
Zeus was dropped.
Oh man, I'm tired.
Priming the Zeus.
Zeus has been planted.
Zeus has been planted. Nice, 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 nice turn, nice turn. Lifetime, lifetime, lifetime. Yeah, you know it's good. Nice, well played, well played, well played, well played. He knows, he knows, he knows. I need to just yeah, it's full eco.
The Zeus is down.
The Deegs. The Deegs? Come find the Deegs, boys? Come find the Deegs? Okay, I guess we go cheapo again, boys. Cheapo again. Oh, bitch.
Zeus has been planted.
I was expecting to void swing, man.
Dead zone. Partition up.
Nice.
13-1.
Well played, boys. Well played. Little goosey gander, shall we? Have a little goosey gander.
Throwing a splinter. Splinter away. Flash up.
You little bitch. Not gonna lie, didn't expect him there. Didn't expect him there.
Placing partition.
I'm coming from around the back.
I'm planting the
I'm
Zeus.
35.
Partitioning.
Zeus has been planted.
Dead zoning. Dead zone going out.
Flash grenade.
I guess really we'll end up just calling it the CT and shit, won't
Splinter
we?
grenade
Really.
out.
Dude, that's one thing I'll keep doing, man. I'll keep trying to hit fire, thinking I'm playing Val or CS. That round did not go to plan.
The Zeus is down. Zeus has been planted. One.
Play. Back the sniper.
Match point.
I can't fucking watch it anyway. If I buy a... Oh, that sucks. Can't you throw weapons on the ground? I don't know if you can or not.
Don't forget the Zeus.
Yeah, it definitely feels a bit better. Drop more sense in my ideas.
Using Adrenalink. Ow!
Sniper mid.
Red zoning.
Splinter.
Partition activated.
Like the way I've why I'm not excited for Azure Premier. Why I not SIE. Great English. Great English.
Match point.
Come on, boys. We got these. Come on, boys. Shit. Let's do it.
Don't forget the Zeus.
Oh, pussy. On site, left-hand side. You heard him, you heard him. Too hard then. And I'm on for like a kill for a kill. Let me just save the gun potentially. Oh fuck!
Match ended in a tie.
Was that 3 headshots then? He was like, wait, he's dead. No, wait, he's dead. Oh, wait, so he goes to a tie. Oh, shit. No overtime. Interesting. Well, I'm guessing it won't be like that in ranked, right? Okay. Jace. Hold up 2 seconds, chat. That's half 11. Half 11. Should we play one more game? Let's play one more. Do you want to jump on some arena breakout, man? I'd say I'll do some tomorrow, but I do want to do some Wuthering Waves in the day and the football's on in the night, so
Ghostling Collective.
maybe we'll have to have a bumper stream Saturday and Sunday this weekend. We'll do some extra streamage, I think. Because I do want to play some Terra Fantasy. I want to play some of this. I want to play some Arena Breakout as well. I think we'll have a nice chunky Saturday stream, boys. Nice chunky Saturday stream.
Technologies.